What's it like living alone in Vietnam? Hi, I'm Hoang. I live alone in Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam, and one of the country's largest economic centers. No friends, no girlfriend, just a single life in a city of more than 8 million people. To save money, I live in a tiny 10 square meter room. This is where I live, a typical low-cost rental room in Vietnam. Rent is quite expensive here. Like many young people trying to build a future here, I have to rent a room in a shared building to keep expenses manageable. The building has 7 floors and a total of 22 rooms. I pay about $150 a month for this small 10 square meter room. This is a small local market near where I live. Markets like this are very common in Vietnam. They are often set up on sidewalks, roadsides, or empty lots. In crowded neighborhoods, they provide a quick and convenient place for people to buy fresh food and daily necessities. I'm going to buy some groceries for today's lunch. In Vietnam, buying groceries and cooking at home is much cheaper than eating out. Food ingredients are relatively affordable. I'm 22 years old. Not long ago, I decided to leave my stable job and pursue new opportunities while challenging myself to grow. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but so what? If I never try, I'll never know how far I can go. What about you? How old are you? If you could go back to when you were 22, what would you say to your younger self? Leave a comment below and let me know. That decision came with a price. Right now, I'm living off my savings. I can no longer send money home to support my family, and my savings will only last for a little while longer. That's why I have to be very careful with my spending. Today, I'm going to show you what a $1 lunch looks like in Hanoi. In Vietnam, pork is the primary meat. It's easy on the wallet and doesn't have that weird smell. Making 2 beloved Vietnamese home-style dishes today. In Vietnam, work pressure can be pretty intense these days. For many people, working 12 hours a day is quite common. What about in your country? Is there a big difference between eating out and cooking at home? Anyway, I prefer cooking for myself. Not only does it save money, but it's also much healthier. In Vietnamese kitchens, stir-frying over high heat is one of the most common cooking methods. Because of the high temperature and the use of garlic, onions, and fish sauce, cooking can create quite a bit of smoke and strong aromas. That's why most people keep the exhaust fan running or open the windows while they cook. I don't cook anything fancy, just a few simple ingredients from the local market. Are enough for a meal. It may not be a feast, but preparing my own food always gives me a sense of comfort and peace. I guess that's one of the things I enjoy most about living alone. No dining table situation here, so we pretty much just eat in our rooms. That's the flag share life. Look, it's my lunch today. The savory and tangy flavor of this tomato and egg stir fry is so appetizing. It makes a bowl of plain rice taste even better. Stir-fried pork with onions is one of my favorite dishes. Unfortunately, the pork I bought today was a bit too lean, so it didn't turn out as good as I expected. This may be a rented room, but the life you create there is your own. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're taking good care of yourself. Through this channel, I'd like to share a small part of my life with you. Looking forward to us becoming great internet friends. I'm Hoang. See you in the next video.